green red yellow. Yellow them are the colors of this one, gray, right? Next, Samani cloudy. Cloudy na. Then on the teen take another. Cloudy and then on the teen take another. So objective lens is a teen take. Another manada be photochrome lens. Another manada be polarized lens. These are the nothing. The light so the light, say light, less light inside the eye. What we have to do? One is tinting. Right? One is what? Tint. So tint can be, right? Tinted lenses. There is advantage and disadvantage both sides. Right? Both we have advantage and disadvantage here. And that tint also, which color? And that also matters. What is the density of tint? Right? That also matters, right? So then what happens? Again, tint has advantage what? Now we have migraine makeup theorem. Migraine treat karana, tint karana. Myopia control karana, tint karana. Dyslexia correct karana, tint karana. Brain injuries देने का data भी tint करना. Tint करा देना, right? So you again tint के advantage होती है. Treatment के संग tint करना होगी. Right? Understood? So monocolor seva, yeah, what you should know. You should know which color is good for what. One, which color is not good for what. That also you should know. Right? And what is the, what is the intensity of colors and those things you should know. Right? So basically what happens? We know electromagnetic spectrum. Right? So the all light rays we have, right? So then we have ionizing and non-ionizing, what radiations are there, right? So right, and then what happens? And these different, radiations are absorbed by different layer of, eye. PA can absorb करना समारेगा, cornea can absorb करना समारेगा, lens can absorb करना समारेगा, lens can absorb कराना समारेगा, right? Lens can absorb कराने मना lens can absorb कराने मनो range का what lens ratios? Ultraviolet. Ultraviolet A or B or C? Which one? That's all. Ultraviolet A, ultraviolet B, ultraviolet C. Now here has this color. Not 100% fair olive color. Because of what? Because of what? Sunlight. Japanese sunlight. Which UVA or UVC? B or UVC has color change her skin color. UVA. UVA changes the skin color. Now this is what you have to understand is now, right? So different spectrums are absorbed by different type of right, different layer of the eye. And then again what happens? Some places, if that eye is an threat, we have to put what? Particular color, a particular type of lens that we have to clean. Right? So other than now we have to ask for a patient what is your job? Now somebody is doing a X-ray technician comes to you. So somebody X-ray fellow also has to come to optometrist, buy glasses. So if you is the X-ray technician fellow, what is the lens that you are going to get? Not only wireless X-ray, you can wear everywhere also at the X-ray time, especially you can use that. Otherwise, X-ray light will damage the eye, no? You have seen when you go to the hospital, you are dangerous. Don't be close, And that person who is inside and holding that X-ray machine, that fellow has to be safe, no? Right? And that person, if he was to save his eye, what is the lens that you are going to give? The people like welding fellows, definitely welding will damage the eye, no? Right? So then definitely we are the people who has to give them glasses. Correct or not? Right. So then what kind of lenses that you will give? Right. So there are different occupations where we need different type of lenses. Right. And that different type of lenses we should know. And you should ask what is your profession? Oh, you are welding. Correct. Then you are better off with this lens. The patient will not know, right? So we are the one who has to aware the people. Right? This lens is good for you. This lens is good for you. This lens is good for you. This is not good for you. Who is going to advise? Opticians are going to advise. That level of work is done by whom? Opticians. Right? Understood? Now, so then what happens? That has to be explained, right? So then for that, what you have to know is what are the lenses, what are the absorptive lenses that is available in this earth, and then what are the lenses that is available in Sri Lanka, and whatever that is available in earth, all kind of spectacle lenses available in Sri Lanka also. We didn't have that myopia control lens last year. We had. No, before that we had, but only Vision Care. They supplied only for themselves. Right? Now certain contact lenses, only they supply for certain. Now that is getting open, right? And then what happens? Now people comes to you, you have to what? Definitely serve in a manner that patient will get a better vision, right? So then what happens? Absorptive lenses you have tinted. Plastic you can tint. Can no? Plastic can tint. Okay. Plastic CR39 can tint. Polycarbonate can be tinted. Can or not? Polycarbonate can be tinted or not? CR39 can be tinted. Now, again, plastic also has hard coated lenses can be tinted or not? So hard coated also they are tintable and untintable hard coated lenses. Remember this one. Huh? Now you get a uncoated lens, you can tint. Uncoated lens का tint कराना प्रश्न है. Hard coated lenses, some of the hard coated lenses tint कराना है. And some of the hard coated lenses are there which can be tintable. Now इल्ला ना बेटा tint कराना बाहर पुरतो इन्हें लेना होना. You have to make sure that is tintable hard coated or not. That's the lens के नाम tint कराना tint वेने next lens not tint. Right? Now if you say recent past again, एक का place to done. माना अभी ऐसी लगी इन लोग 1.67 लेंस है. पेशेंट के प्रेस्क्रिप्शन का -7 -6.5 समथिंग तैयार अभी इस साल तैयार दी लेकिन 1.67 में लेंस फिट फैलाओ ऐसी लगी ई सीरीज लेंस है. अब फिर मैं 10,000 डाला क्या ना तुम डाला है 1.67 तुम डाला थी ने 1.5 लेकर नॉर्मली फिक्स आपको कंप्लेंट करो ऐसा लगे को चेंज कराना इनके लिए क्यों and the aliens itu tak apa पाँच कराना पड़ा ये वाकई में पेशेंट के लिए कोई आना था और बना के ये पीडी में दिए नहीं ये वाकई प्रेस्क्रिप्शन दिए नहीं ये एक्सेस दिए नहीं understood so होने वाला आटा अभी बना के snapshot gun ये वाला WhatsApp पे कता है को लगाना और लिया है अभी हाथी से आपने काट के 1.67 लिया ला नौ हुआ ना बट आप वो सारे mana demi ada tahap loss gitu so ogulo the job ke risk ego you do one mistake branded lens ata mana ta kada mana dena right so because what happens you have to be very careful very careful then api yaar generation 8 transition lens and so generation 8 and generation 6 and all will be problem. Generation yes, them it will be a problem. So you can say, then again what is this lens material definitely then again known. So we will discuss on this tinted photochrome polarization and sunglasses part and I don't have much of time. Right? So I have to finish before 1 hour other because of I have to leave from here at least 250 leave Karan because today we have a press conference, right? So then what happens? Other press conference, media conference, I get it 2026 again. Yes. And then right other Mangitane, nearly 30 media other right? So big Kauda. Uderi Mona. Right? Organize Karlatin, right? Matagi Latin Manada. Kerala Dan with the team. Right? So then types of tint, cosmetic tint cosmetics on that. Last time right? Occupational tint, certain professions it tint certain occupations right? A occupation tint can I compare and recreational tint. Recreational tint right? So you can right, and then the therapeutic tint, certain diseases like RP migraine conditions, then after the what happens, brain stroke conditions and sort of a thing, right? Or dyslexia condition, like ARIP condition, like cataract condition. So what? It will improve the vision, which will enhance that person's vision. So that you should know. The cataract is then it index or not? Blue, very good. Blue there. Right? RP or the name of the intake. Let us spoon to the intake. Ambercle will be good. So, Evakima myopia control connection are then intake. Red color. Right? So, again, specific color swelling we can improve. Like say, now this glass lens, if you want pink, then you have to use cerium oxide. If you want to blue, then you have to use right cobalt oxide. If it is green, then it's a ferrous oxide. Then if it is yellow, then it's a nickel oxide. And if it is a photochromic, right? Understood? So many oxides, material dissolve and you are getting a tint, right? And the glass tint you cannot do. Lab has to do and send tint glass tint karana lab, right? Glass tint again material upload karana pula, coating karana pula, right? On top coating karana pula, right? So that both you can do. So plastic lens, what happens? Again, as I told you, if it is CR39, you can easily dye. What a dana pula, remove karana pula, right? Da remove karana pula, right? Now, when you are removing, sometimes 100% remove, no matter what. 10-20% remain, right? So, and then what happens over the period of time, color fade to then naturally. And again, what happens, as I told you, glass lenses, plastic lenses, what you have to make sure is coating color. It's a tint karana coating that, tint karana berry coating that. Polarized polycarbonate lens, you have to first heat the lens, then heat. Otherwise, you cannot heat. And if color in karam, right? So then what happens? The color depends on what duration of lens kept in the eye. And our Kachal Tina Mana, I have plus one, I have plus three. Can't take it. Another color they got. Plus one, they cannot do you keep it for 5 minutes, both are getting same color. You reduce or you increase the tint, no problem about that. But if it is one eye is plus one, other one is plus three, what will happen? Color will differ because of the lens thickness, right? It will absorb the dye, and then the two eyes will have two different color. And fellow will look very fun. No, nice or not? Can light tint together, I can dark tint. Never. Huh? Oh. So, right? Then what happens? The concentration of dye matters, and types of dye matters, and material of the lens matters. And again, prescription matters. Prescription and the lens thickness matters. Especially lens thickness, matter Venava, Harida. So cosmetic purpose, you all know that, right? Cosmetic. Now in sunglass also, what happens? You get a category 0 sunglasses. No? If you look at the sunglasses, category 0. Category 0 is made for what? Category 0 sunglass is made for what? Cosmetic purpose. So here are where the category 0 sunglasses on the head. Here it looks push. Understood? Right? For that purpose, not for the eye. That's for cosmetic purpose, not for the eye. So category 0 sunglasses, it should not be prescribed for the eye. It's for the style. Style purpose, that is good. And cosmetic, tint also you have to consider. And again, you have to remember, if you tint dark tint, what will happen? People will get dilated. All unwanted light will go inside the eye, and they will have more damage rather than protection. Right? Not like polarized and photochrome. Tinted lenses are very dangerous. I don't sell sunglasses, tinted sunglasses. Personally, don't sell. Because what happens? Once people put that tinted glasses, what will happen? People will get dilated. And what happens? If that sunglass was not worn, people could have been very small. Now people will be very, all light is passing through. So, I especially request you guys, Lavine, if it is a genuinely experimented, very much, scientific lenses are there, tinted lenses are there, do that. Otherwise, do not sell tinted sunglasses. It's more harmful. You are creating more problems. Right? Always try to sell some polarized sunglasses. Right? Then after that, what happens? Glare protection. Right? So other one is what it does, it protects you from the glare. And other thing is what happens, in certain conditions, you can improve the contrast. As I told you now, if somebody is wearing amber color glasses, night driving contrast, improve, right? So that contrast improvement is not that. Some for a psychological behavior, somebody psychiatric products, pink color, right? And certain colors are good for, for their purpose, right? And for this thing. So the people, different colors, right? So it does a different vibrations. Now see here, gray. Color perfect. No color distortion will be done. Green में पेनो, red में पेनो. एक कम color तमें मना दे gray color. Right? ऐसा गुड़ा काय के complaint अड़ू में सीने तमें मना gray. अभी photo film lens गुड़ा बिलाड़ देने मना दे gray. Right? Gray. Green color मना दे distort करो. You are not seeing the real color, right? But only thing is what happens, that has certain amount of enhancement. Like Ray-Ban sunglasses. Original Ray-Ban sunglasses कौन color के green color के, right? Green color के. And brown, especially cloudy area के दी, Neva area दी, brown color is more. Like people who are beach side देखे, brown color is more better, right? Amber color, night visions on the half. If you want to enhance the darkness के vision के improve करना, amber color is good. Right? So ये वाक्य में what blue illuminate करना होना, yellow टी बनाई. ये वाक्य में मना देनी, red taking, enhance करना, dark and vision fast करना. तापे क्या होता? नाटासा नो नाटा, boyfriend को अन्ना में hall लेकर डे, film hall लेकर डे निकला. ये क्या हो? boyfriend भी नहीं मिला था, बालों में सब में डाल. नहीं ना था. Now, Natasha Nona, red sunglass, you don't need to wait even a second. So, if a matter for I usually again and call it, I tackle connect from Podicale, Podicale, grade 7, 8 melody, Magi Yad, Manatina, photo lab. Photo studio lab, red color ball to the that will give a paper peno, machine peno, peno. Why take a peno, photo paper damage, Another eager, what a conic play, or red color name. So in a dark adaptation, fast karna in the red color tint really fast करना right? So red taking good advantage color vision dyslexia dyslexia children if they have 6/36 vision red take them 6/9 right? So good red is very prominent. Prominently used Karan right? Then what happens? So yellow we discussed. The manat way to make my presentation take green, and then what happens? Brown, pink, and then gray, and then so we can manat Google chat GPT color lenses. One of the advantages is list down. That's a now take a any have done and a part. That would be mama make a the impulses processing, long impulses processing high physiology computer processing. This is a chat GPT right? Last week. Next week, isn't it? So then remember these factors, right? So always don't 100% depend on anybody, especially but AI still has not got into the mature stage. It will get mature. Slowly it will get mature because of day to day, right? So this is getting improved. Now photochrome lenses. Again, glass and plastic. Which photochrome lens is good? Glass photochrome or plastic photochrome? Glass photochrome is better. Plastic photochrome is better. Glass. Definitely photochrome effect wise, glass is the best. Right? But problem with glass photochrome lens, what is the problem with glass photochrome lens? If you have two different prescriptions, make it at the -5, make it at the -2, that will get into two colors. That problem is not there in what? Plastic photochrome. You have -1 and -10, you will not have a different two colors because of glass photochrome lenses. What happens inside the material? Lens material silver highlight. Now plastic make the lens first. Then after that, you have a small layer of coating on top of it. Right? So okay, -1 the thickness of coating -20 the thickness of coating because of what happens, there are two different prescriptions already. Always, if two eyes are different, always suggest what? Plastic photochrome lens. Right? And generally, most of the plastic photochrome lenses are coming from one brand called what? Transition. Right? Even Essilor use a transition. Boya also use a transition. Right? Other branded lenses also use what? Transition. Right? So like a Android. Samsung with Android use karno. Oppo Android use karno. Right? Like that. Transition product branded use photochrome use transition. Right? So even it may lens transition transition right? It's something like Android phone now photochrome lens what happens? There is a chemical called what? Silver halide. Silver halide what happens? Get diffused when you get into the sunlight or when you get into the ultraviolet. Now even at night, temperature goda kaduina, so photochrome lens temperature sensitive. Temperature, when it is temperature is high, photochrome effect is less. When temperature is less, photochrome effect will be more. Right? More ultraviolet, more photochrome will get darker. Right? And what happens, you have to understand is, right? So in photochrome, there are different type of photochrome lenses. Some gets, takes time to get dark, and also recover also it takes time. Some that takes very fast, it gets dark, but its recovering time is slow. Some gets slow dark and recovering time is fast. So what kind of photochrome lens है का वो या बलापुर तो है. By customer बलापुर तो ना बड़ा dark पे कौन निकला क्यों? You have to go for that particular brand. Customer के ना मटे चलो dark पे कौन है dark very निकला क्यों? You have to go for a less darkening ones and some customer का peak result पे कौन निकला. And those are the things that are there. ये वो कौन मना नहीं. Extra dark, extra clean, will cost what? Extra money. Right? So everything you ask for some extra thing and you have to pay what? Extra payment that you have to do. Right? Understood? So then what happens? Basically, these photochrome lenses, one advantage in photochrome lens is what? It's dual purpose. Inside also you can use, outside also you can use, which sunglass you can't do. Right? If you go to sunlight, it becomes dark. When you come to the room, it is white. So those days, we had one problem with photochrome lenses. That was what? What was the problem with photochrome lens those days? What is the problem with those days, the photochrome lenses? So they didn't get dark inside the vehicle. Right? Up to generation 7, transition generation 7, what happened? It did got in dark into the inside the vehicle. That means nearly one and a half years back, up to that, we had only what? Generation 7 lens. Over 4 seconds, generation 7, just introduce. And can you generation 8? Right? Over 4 seconds, generation 8, generation 8. How much I can monomoly. Right? So today, make a issue there. So fast. Things are developing so fast. Things are happening so fast. You have to also be what? Also adapt very fast. If you don't adapt fast, you will be left behind. Right? So photochrome lens ke mana dete nahi. What matters is what happens. What is the activation rate? What is how long it will take to activate? संपूर्ण dark pen ना त्यानंतर त्याने generation S नंतर generation 8 के कटा कुछ वेळा ना पूरा dark में आके maximum darkness के कारण कुछ वेळा ना कुछ वेळा हाँ and it second में कोई करा संपूर्ण dark pen कुछ वेळा ना 58 seconds यानो 58 seconds right not even 1 minute 60 seconds is 1 minute संपूर्ण white पेन को चल गया ना generation 8 के generation ऐसे के संपूर्ण white completely आपको white में ना चल गया ना चल गया ना more than 2 minutes right little more than 2 minutes it was a fast transition make a photochrome lens का नहीं जो इतनी टिकल 7 6 5 4 बना देने it was slow. The power custom can make us dark villa, atulta villa, tamo halu diye ne kala kuat. Mana gap minute. Move to generation 8. Generation 8 se kade aane pa. Because generation 8 se bana diye 100% शुद्ध वेने में रहते space. है ना एको ग्रे तीना एको रेड तीना एको कलर अटक तीना ये अटक कलर वट्टा किटीना ये मतलब हज़ार दिन cosmetically बेटा करा Generation 8, Generation 7, Generation 6, completely शुद्ध है ना time factor तो मैं दिए Generation 8 is for the cosmetic purpose. There will be little bit of a tint remain and after some time मना करने मासा hard like यार वैसे मना करने 100% शुद्ध वेन है 100% मना है शुद्ध वेन है so that will remain some amount of tint will remain and 1 year वेने बेटा मना ऐस मना है पेन होतो मारू कराने देने अनिवार्य right understood right so if the person is so activation rate when you are selecting photochrome lens what is matter what is the activation rate right and what is matter is fade rate एक शुद्ध है ना कुछ लेवल आया photochrome दिला बिल्कुल हम बैक 1500 rupees photochrome lens will दिनो and 60-70,000 rupees wholesale price यानी सर photochrome lens will दिनो that's the difference तो अभी कस्टमर साहब हम बताए कलर क्या नाम बना दे photochrome තියෙනවා. ඉතින් 2010 photochrome තියෙනවා. ලක්ෂයක photochrome තියෙනවා. हम size lens එක photochrome effect එක add කරන්න උනොත් කියාරා તમારે ચીનો હા ඊනේ ඒගොල්ලෝ දාන්නේ මොනවාද lens එක price එක photochrome එක වෙනම price එකක් AR coating වෙනම price එකක් tint එක වෙනම price එකක් තියෙනවා උන්ගේ size එක ඒක විකමාජ එක නෙමෙයි size එක එහෙනම් તો ඒ lens එකේ photochrome effect එකක් එකතු කරලා දුන්නා දැන් අපි මොකෝ අපි හිතමු like one brand ten මේක size එක brand can what are the brands single vision brand can one drive safe lens කියමුකෝ drive safe lens එක single vision වල තියෙන progressive තියෙනවා drive safe single vision කියන්නේ कैसे कार साइज लेंस 15,000 में ये हाँ 22 है GT2 ओ गा वैडक में नहीं लेंस है पेटा वाला देने ब्रेक ऑफ लेंस के इतना वाला है एक 28,000 है ना तो अभी सिर्फ GT2 लेंस में क्यों को GT2 वैडक में नहीं लेंस है अरे ना ఇక్కడ ఏమో 28,000 ఇక్కడ ఫోటోక్రోమ్ యాడ్ कराను 60,000 అన్న ఫోటోక్రోమ్ యాడ్ ఓన్లీ लेंस එක ફોટોક્રોમ એડ કરવાની જો સાઈઝ છે 60,000 રૂપિયા એડિશનલ ચાર્જ වෙනවා લેન્સ එක මම කරව પ્લાન වුණොත් දෙච්චරයි එහෙම ටින්ටෙඩ් ටින්ට් එකතු කරන්න ටින්ට් එකතු කරන්න කිය කරනවා විකවාරේ විනෝද තාට එක දුන්නා නේ අපිට ඒක තාට එක දීලා තිනවා පල්ලෙන් දී පොඩි දිනේ දැන් ටින්ට් එක මොනවද टिंट එක එකතු කරාම 6500 rupees 6500 charge කරනවා additional හරිද right so remember these factors මොනවද වෙන්නේ right so you have to know photochrome කියපු ගමන් ඔයාගේ ඔළුවට තියෙනවනේ මොනවද activate වෙන්න කොච්චර වෙලා යනවද how long it will take to get lens dark මනුෂ්‍ය dark වෙලා ඉවරයි lens dark වෙලා නැත්තම් අවුට ගිහලා no problem ඇතුළට ආව ලයිට් එක කඩි දැන් අපි හිතමු කරදාරි හෝටල් එක ගියා ලයිට් එක කඩි තාම ෆොටෝක්‍රෝම් ලෙන්ස් එක ඩාර්ක් වෙලා තියෙනවා ඒක රිසෙප්ෂන් පේන්නේ නැහැ so you have to මේ these are practically ඔයගොල්ලෝ customers ලාත් එක්ක face කරන්න ඕන problem එක මගේ එක්කන patient කෙනෙක් ඉන්නේ මේ විජයගෙන් දැනට දිනවා හරිනේ හරි දැන් පාකිස්තාන එයර්ලයින්ස් එකේ චෙයාර්මන් කරෝ හරි දැන් इन्हें मटा पाकिस्तान इधर कॉल कर एक बार वो वर्ड की से निकाल then of the building and then building it doctor if somebody else I will blood you हम पुनः में बनना because of you I am not shouting killer shout कराने का not shouting killer you बालान कोटे वेला तीन मना था खाना एक फोटोक्रोम डाला नहीं वो यहाँ पर एक एंटरटेन So Mr. Ibrahim, so he's the one who made the other person Namadala, Geladi. And so matters. Against the photochrome lens, what you have to make sure is one thing is activation time, one is fading time. Photochrome jati bada and bada brand you have to understand the brand, different brand. They go time gane with us. Ekam brand transition ma category වෙනම දිනවා ඒක වෙනම කතන්දරයක් ආපහු වෙන brand එකකින් මොනවද වෙන්නේ වෙනම විදියට මේක වෙන්නේ right and that you have to be very careful and then again මොනවද වෙන්නේ lens ගත්තාම හරිද right and that again එකක් කරන්න පුළුවන් දෙයක් තමයි මේකයි කවුරුත් කිව්වොත් වැඩි කියලා කිව්වොත් මොනවද කරන්නේ ඩාර්ක්නස් අඩු කරන්න මොනවද කරන්නේ ඩාර්ක් වැඩි කියලා කිව්වොත් මොනවද කරන්නේ මර්කරි ටියුබ් ලයිට් එක යට මුළු රෑම ටියුබ් ලයිට් අන් කරලා කණ්ණාඩි තියන්න මම ඒක උඩ ස්විච් ෆෝල් වෙනවා තා ඇක්ටිවේෂන් එක වෙන එක අඩු වෙනවා හරිද දැන් ඩාර්ක් මදි කියලා කිව්වොත් මොනවද කරන්න තියෙන්නේ Dark madi, make a dark madi, make a wood and what extra pass when I have one of the current. Okay, photochrome lens is activated on what? Not high temperature, low temperature. Sorry, lab ke baad gela. Kamat karan dine. Kannadi gedra gini annu ne. Manad karan ne. Boil kukula dekkama kannadi adulu danu. Diffuser ke. Diffuser da mam. Narega dark pe. Dark bandi na diffuser ke dana. Dark bandi na pocket light ke aatu diya. Right? Activation time में जो वेनस कराना बैप activation time में जो वेनस करना है यहाँ की material लेके अनुमान वेनस करना right here so photochrome lens right photochrome lens is actually Sri Lanka करता हम we have even morning 9 o'clock 9 a.m. करता तो UV index तीन 9 to 11 होता even morning right so UV index in Sri Lanka के then time करो then we will be 11 12 हर जगह 10 11 12 लेकर थी एक कहने वाला है very harmful. According to WHO, mana dheera ne. Me award yana kota Lanka rate between 9 to 4 award yana kota mana karana ne. Hatte ke dala, umbrella aragena, hatte ke dala. Hari the sunglass dala, hari the right. Ye matlab edit bahinga. Hari the again sa tamai we have that much of cataract patients. Cataract patient natural vene PT bas mana de ultraviolet light. Right? Abi na hammock kanada ma bideno ne mana de photochrome. Hammock kanada blue filter magulu kami mana deno ne photochrome da deno. Hari the yaage aha protect beno me ultraviolet will. Cataract hadeni pramani hari adu beno. Right? Dan ye perda awa Muslim lady kene. Hello, yaage bi diya. Dilate karana hona hita iman gela diya. Abu ilang daw sa awa. Then yaag gila मैं डॉक्टर फोनसेका था डॉक्टर फोनसेका डायलेट करला बाला कड़ा यार इंडी दिया है ना इस नन वो सीरीज करा नहीं तो आते यार किला दिना मुझ कराने बैग नहीं करा कैटरेक्ट करो खुद 100% पेनी में नहीं है किला जुआड़ पासे मना आवा अन्य तकानाडी खदुआ है ना दंग यार किला दिना mana ya हमसे चार्टिंग में नो को है देला पीनो है का है ना राइट दंग किला से mana देनी ono yaar si mone sa dekha duni mone sa dune ultraviolet yaar e kaale indala photochrome kannadi dunnara samarata guarantee no hadena tibuna right so cataract no hadena tibuna pterygium no hadena tibuna so remember these factors the ultraviolet when you avoid ultraviolet lot of eye problem will be less rather than blue filter right now this lady I told her there is no treatment. Only thing what happens, we cannot do miracles. Who can do miracle? God can do miracle. So pray. But pray, one day may it will improve. But for the moment, there is no medicine, no surgery, nothing that can improve reality. Right? Understood? So this is the fact. Now, after some time, after 6 months, if I see her, when she look at me, it will get when she look at my face, my body she will see, my face she will not see, she will see dark, or she will see I shall like this. Huh? Understood? And this is the fact. Right? So remember, and then we have to go for a low vision. For the moment, low vision is not necessary. Now this is different brand of photochrome lenses. And their darkness time and fading time is different. See, Photosun 2, darkness time is 12, and then the fading time is 41. Extra photo gray, darkness time is 22, and fading time is 85. So what you want? So you should know that product, and particularly what customer wants. Doctor, he doesn't mind fading time makeup percent. We can adjust accordingly, right? So different product will have different this thing. Now transition, if you take about darkness time, it will take 25 seconds, and fading time it will take 83 seconds, and 100% fading time it will take about 2 minutes. Right? So that different brand will have different amount way of reacting. Photochrome lenses will react in a different way. So finally, what happens? Polarized lenses. You all know that. Polarized is used for Your phone camera, phone screen is made of what? Polarized. Like your TV screen, your laptop screen, all this is made from what? Polarized, right? And polarization, in nature also it automatically happens, right? So nature wise also, right? There is some, way of polarization for any transparent things, right? The problem in polarization is what happens? Now see your computer screen, not clear now. There is a reflection. So see this kind of a condition, there will be difficult. If this kind of a condition comes, polarized is the best. Like snow blindness people who are, they go to the snow mountains and those of them, they should wear polarized glasses. If they are fishery people, Sri Lanka's fishers, if you want them not to be blind, you have to get polarized glasses. I don't know, 1% fishers also use polarized lenses. I don't know. Sri Lankan police people, they use polarized lenses. They get quotation and they get polarized sunglasses. And what is center, I don't know, but somehow some amount of polarization is there anyway. The fisheries. Lanka ini ko fisheries la ko polarized dalam good monoi. Huh? Monoi? Ah, nah, ये awareness एक दे दी. Fisheries लागे. Nah, इकोले वाले करना तो देश में because इकोले मालूम पे हो, या तो तीन देवाल ले सीट पे हो, reflection इसा पे नहीं है, right? लेकिन सब monoi. So this occupation. Right? So all these professions, welders law, X-ray technicians law, the fishers law, the bankers law, me adala profession ekada avashyakara ne lens gena. Api banada? I'm going back. I'm in class. Right? So if we can aware karot banade ne. Pata gala polarization la phone ke la kiwat. Lakse gana polarization la kohe de bikene. Malu kare kung bikene. Kamu bikin kan dila board ban katteda bukan to harda dila polarization das karna beri hoye puna hoye hoye eka malu dan right so samasik kilo dekha ka talpa dekhen ka samlas dan bro no so then what happens our business will or our industry will be better, right? So polarize because of what happens. Your normal light is unpolarized. Unpolarized, but this light is moving everywhere. Now, when you do polarization happens, you can cut off certain ways. And only one direction light will be passing. So that is we call as a polarized. And you can improve. Actually, polarizing anti-reflection. Remember this factor. When we do a mistake, polarized, every reflection anti-reflective lens. Polarizing glare cut off. And anti-glare. Polarized is anti-glare. So what is the difference between polarized and tinted lenses? Tinted lens, put down. Polarized, you down. Polarized, you tinted other. They come dark. Polarized dark. That's how you saw polarized sunglasses. So no. Dark is dark. Dark. So tinted dark, the polarized dark. Some are polarized dark, then the tinted ones also. Now, what is the difference? Tinted light cut off एक पेन का कंट्रास्ट का एक क्लैरिटी का ऑर्डर करता पोलराइज क्लैरिटी ऑर्डर करना है इवन पोलराइज नाइट के टाइम तो एक इंटेंसिटी ऑर्डर करना है इंटेंसिटी मेंटेन करना बिकॉज़ पोलराइज के मना देने you have like this blocking मतलब block no in part के just passes right. So because of that what happens, you have to remember polarized does not reduce the intensity even though it is dark. Tinted it reduces the intensity of light. Brightness is not right? And personally, one suggest unless it is some occupation sort of it, right? And that also you have to select this thing. Now these people they have like this George Street people. They go to Tokyo, let's say, right? So they have a very good team, right? Other than that, polarized sunglasses, we can non-polarized, right? We will be harming less, right? So who needs fishermen, drivers, desert days, snow area, the application of polarized spectacle and sunglasses, right? Your Google Solta, Natame, some make handphones, calculators, watches, right? Now this is especially designed for one of the X-ray. X-ray one of the use glass lens 1.8 index glass lens use right? 1.8 index glass lens use only for the one of the X-ray technicians. Right? So that factors you remember Karana. So AR coding is our final this thing, and my time is also finishing. And today we are finishing our this module also, right? And for MVP level 3 people who are going to sit, this is very important. Huh? They will ask. People who are going to sit for MVP level 3, now what happens? This AR coding and reflective coding. That means what happens? Reflection may light a cover, bounce back. That is the reflection. Now you are not allowing to bounce back. All the light is passing in. The ultraviolet protection, ultraviolet protection, nothing. Understood? When it is reflecting back, the cornea. Now, if you look at her cornea, we cannot find there is a cornea because it is not reflecting, right? Because not reflecting some, a bit of cornea pain in it. Cornea reflects only 1%. Cornea reflects only 1%. From this 1% only, you have to use slit lamp and find what slit lamp and you find what all these problems. Monahari pain and reflection only. Reflect pain not the pain na. Ulanga pain natin monoisa. Ulanga natin isa naman. Monoisa. Reflection na. Tayo pain natin ikin sa pain na puno. Nay. So ata ina di reflect pain natin tu. Right. So then what happens? This anti-reflection is that. So you are keeping a coating on top, right? And then you are not allowing to reflect. So make a PT mechanism. If they ask you what is the mechanism behind this, so we call as a right. We call as a interference system. Interference. This is what we call as a destructive interference. This destructive interference. So you are sending a light. Light on the way began. Right? Now, next light, because of layer, you are creating next light. And that next light will go this way. Making make a current subtract from now. Because that light will not reflect, it will go straight. So that is we call as a destructive interference. The makama may have end network. If this is also like this now, result in another is equal to opposite zero कर ला तो zero कराने के दमे मनाते कराने ये coding वाली कराने right and that physics is known as what destructive interference. जब बोल देखा दियो ice taking मना है अभी freeze कराना बोलो ना freeze वेट नता मना करा ऐसे करती ना ऐसे क्या थोड़ा अभी मिल्क के कतिब्बा मिल्क के freeze कराना मिल्क के freeze वेट है cool भी तो freeze वेट है मिल्क के freeze कराना मना कराना आई कराना इस कप पे कती रहा स्टेनलेस स्टील कप पे कती रहा आइस से क्या तो लोड दिया अरे राइट अब फ्रीज वेट ना एक कूल भी तरह ना एक फ्रीज कराना मार कराना अरे सो मैं मन ग्रेड 9 10 वाले दी मंग आइसक्रीम खाते रहो मना खाते ना अबे किधर मना करना अभी एक बॉईल कर ला एक टा हाँ मैं मेटल से डाला इस मैं का क्या नहीं बोलो वैनिला क्या क्या वैनिला डाला ना एप्पल डाला क्या एप्पल लेके मना डाल दे टेस्ट के सेंट के डाल दी हर इधर से मना दे मैं हम पेट में का एक इसला अभी मशीन है इसला अभी किधर वुडन वाली मैं हम हदर कर दे रहा हूँ ऐसे मैं तो वो सिलेंडर दे रहा हूँ या कड़ा सिलेंडर एक एथलोड दे ना अभी मिल्क के बाद मैं वो मदान ऐसे मना दे एक एथलोड दे ना फैन एक आग वगे ऐसे मैं हम क्या हाँ मिल्क के मैं हम कैरेक्टर बटे मां ये मैं बैटले का या कि मैं उन्हें दिस वुड के मैं तो बना दाने अभी आइस कुटी दान है ना इधर पास मना दे एक लेमा के मुझको दोइन है कूल भी रहे ना आइसक्रीम है ना फ्रीज में क्या फ्रीज में ना मना दे करना नहीं ये आइस से के उड़ मना दानों ने सॉल्ट दान एक आइस से गोटा सॉल्ट दाब को बना देने आइस के लिए 0 डिग्री सेंटीग्रेड पर सॉल्ट दाब को बना देने मेक -20 डिग्री सेंटीग्रेड है ना आइस बना देने दें लिक्विड बाथरूम में कन्वर्ट करना है ना ऐसे गोटा होती है वो मेक बना दे मिल्क टी को बना दे आइसक्रीम में ना सो मनो आइस तो मैं ये करते होगा नहीं बाकी ओ लेवल रिजल्ट नहीं मिला मग आइसक्रीम आता जाएगी है ना वो खाड़े दिन आइसक्रीम बना ऑर्गेनिक इन्होंने आइसक्रीम में ले था है एक टेस्ट को इन्होंने टेस्ट अभी नियरली 5 कार्ट्स आइसक्रीम अभी टाउन में दूर अभी काटिया अभी गेदर हाथ में मामाई आई अम्माई अभी आइसक्रीम हाथ में एवं कर लेते है ना फोटो स्टूडियो किया यार फोटो स्टूडियो किया उनके नेगेटिव दिन है काल ఇక్కడ मुस्तादान ड्राइंग करना ऐसा लोग करना वो ड्राइंग करना जैसे एक दिन लाइट का पेपर एक पाल दिया 1 2 3 4 केला 20 होने का काउंट करना इतने से एक बिल्ड के दाना मैं करना फोटो एक मन ग्रेड 8 कर देता है ना ग्रेड 7 वर्ड में नाटे नहीं ग्रेड 5 वर्ड मागे मागे मैगजीन का मागे पॉइंट्स ला क्या प्रिंट करला मैगजीन का लाते हैं होगा कराना 500 समथिंग साली होने वाला अम्मा के बॉक्स की మనమైతే ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಈರಾ ಪ್ರಿಂಟಿಂಗ್ ಪ್ರೆಸ್ ಕಡೆಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ತುನ ಅಮ್ಮ ಹೋಗುವ ಅಲ್ಲಿನೇ then after that mang amma chua I'm going to make 2000 rupees out of that 2000 rupees karla din ho gaya so within 1 week 10 days मैंने कहा को begin 2000 rupees amma so that was when I was grade 5 understood man grade 1 2 already बना दे मैंने जो वीडियो पे ना कौन सा वीडियो पे ना ग्लास से कटा मैटी वाली मैं कहना एक ड्रॉप करना उनका काम आलू और काम करना ना टॉस लाइट एक गाना है ना लोगों पिक्चर से है बच्चे चार्ज करना साथ में इसी बात चार्ज करो सवार काटे मटा है अत पेन ना नबी के लगना काटे की ना उनका क्या साथ में इसी बात का करवा so I today when I flashback myself and the other अभी में हम vendor पीटी पास है from that point take a dot से connect करला बालन that happens automatically happens okay hello that is what is the result क्या है ना so those things done है so एक ऐसा बना देने क्या कोटिंग के mainly बना देने you have to remember destructive destructive interference क्या बना दे your white base going like this way and अनित wave base बना देने it will go like this resultantly what happens there will not be any reflection तो मेरे को होया करते एक के आगे रेडी होता ही न पड़ा कन्नाडी बैठना सावन है तो पावर क्लीन राइट इन लोगों के काफी इन्वेंशन से आलाते नहीं निकाम होया करती थी बोलना में बड़ा के बात नहीं कराने क्या हूँ भाई कराने क्या हूँ बच्चे देवल में बड़ा कर देता रिमेंबर दिस प्रैक्टिस तो पेपर क्लिप खा देगा ना ज्ञानी केला मानुष देता गीला मना दिखे निकला बस स्टैंड के मैं बस से निकल मैं कराने को मैं कहती हूँ एकदम पेपर क्लिप right a lot of things invented just without any knowledge lot of ऐसा overall मना दे कराने नहीं आने पड़ा sometimes you may find something unusual things ये भी आउट बना देने वहाँ साइंटिस्ट हैं but there are certain things which has been very difficult radium where Madam Curie Prabhu Mahansi that's a different thing other syphilis medicine करना other syphilis और तो medicine हम बेनो एक ये medicine एक दिन side effect वाला ना 30,000 डॉलर वेडी पूरा African means मैंगो other ये वाला pregnant होना ये वाला और ये मना था Caesar delivery कराना उन्हें मैडम एक कैक को मंगाना है तो सीजर डिलीवरी कराना इधर करना एक साइंटिस्ट के ने डॉक्टर के ने ऑप्टिकल वुमन के ने सालियोल डाल करना या वो एनेस्थीसिया यूज कराना तो 40 टाइम्स सर्जरी कर 40 टाइम्स पकड़ो आपको सर्जरी करना आपको या इनका स्मार्ट उनाड़ पासे वन्ना या इन्वेंट करना वाला सीजर डिलीवरी අද ඔයගොල්ලෝ ඒ හැම දෙයක්ම අද අපිට හම්බෙච්ච දේවල් තියෙනනේ. ලක්ෂ ගණන් මිනිස්සු මරලා පුච්චලා හරිද? right කොහොම කරලා තමයි අද මේ තත්ත්වයට හම්බෙලා තියෙන්නේ. we are safe but they are දැනට මොනවද දැනට දෙන්නේ මොනවද? පළවෙනි සැරේ මෙහෙත් හදිනවා. ඒ ඉස්සලාම එනවා මොනවද? අපි වගේ රට ශ්‍රී ලංකා, නේපාල්, බංග්ලාදේශ, අපි ඉන්නත් වලට වෙනවා. මොනවද දෙනවා? මෙච්චර කෝටි ගානක මෙහෙත් ලංකාවට ඩොනේෂන් දුන්නා. මොනවද දුන්නා? ඩොනේෂන්. දැන් ගවර්න්මන්ට් කියනවා මොනවද? හරිද? කියලා වැක්සිනේෂන් කරන්න ඕනේ. හරිද? right? කියලා වැක්සිනේෂන් කරලා බලනවා. කියලා මැරුණේ නැහැ. කියලා පැරලෙන්නේ නැහැ. කියලා හෙල්දි වුණා. අන්න ඊට පස්සේ තමයි උන්ගේ මිනිස්සුන්ට කරන්නේ. So අපි මොනවද? okay experimental product විදිහට අපි දැනට use කරමු. දැනට මේ මොහොතේ හරිද? right? so ඒ නිසා කොහෙන් මොන හරි රටින් හරිද? දැන් මම බලනවා ළඟදීත් මම බැලුවා මේක මොනවද ඉන්දියාවේ ලංකාවේ population එකට වඩා වැඩිපුර population මොනවද? platform එකේ නිදා ගන්නවා. ඒවල් නැහැ. කෑම ප්ලේට් එකක් කන නැහැ. මුන් කෝටි ගානක් ලංකාවට දෙනවා. මොන බඩේ හොර ලංකාවේ ලයින් ළමයිට මිනිස්සුන්ට ගෙවල් හදලා දෙනවා. උන්ගේ මිනිස්සුන්ට ගෙවල් හදන්න දෙන්නේ නැතෝ මේ මිනිස්සුන්ට ගෙවල් හදලා දෙනවා. උන්ගේ මිනිස්සුන්ට කන්න දෙන්නේ නැතෝ මේ හරි උන්ගේ කට්ටිය ඔක්කොම කන්න බීලා ඉන්නවනේ කමකුත් නැහැ. එහෙම නැහැ. හරිද? So these are the facts. So there are a lot of things behind the scene. එක පේන්නේ scene. ගණන් කියන එක very clearly ඉන්න. So then what happens? AR coated lens එක මොනවද දෙන්නේ? One thing is AR coated lens මොනවද දෙන්නේ? ඔයා මාක් කරන්න ගියොත් මාක් කරන්න පුළුවන් නේ? කරන්න බෑ. ඒක ලියන්න බෑ. ඒක oilophobic. හරිද? hydrophobic තියෙන. එංගලන්තේ ඒක උඩින් ලියන්න බෑ. ඒක නිසා ඒක කොටින් වෙනම coating එකක් තියෙනවා. oil එක රැඳෙන්නේ නැති වෙනම coating එකක් තියෙනවා. dust එක රැඳෙන්නේ නැති වෙනම coating තියෙනවා. ඔය වගේ coating මොනවද දෙන්නේ? හතරක් පහක් ඉස්සරහ තියෙන හතරක් පහක් පිටිපස්සේ තියෙන. It's not one coating. දැන් මේ coating කරන්න uncoated lens එක hard coated ඉස්සලා කරන්න. hard coating උඩ තමයි මේක air coating කරන්නේ. right? So ඒක නිසා මොනවද වෙන්නේ? if there is some sort of a basic coating විතර කරලා කොළ පාට විතර පෙන්නන්න ගියොත් හරිද? දැන් මෙහෙම කරනකොට anti reflective lens එක මෙහෙම වගේ මූණ පේනවා නම් anti reflective ද anti reflective නම් මොනවද වෙනවද? මෙහෙම බලනකොට මගේ මූණ පේන්න බෑ. පුළුවන්ද? reflection වෙන්නේ නැත්නම් මේ lens එක reflection වෙන්නේ නැත්නම් මම මෙහෙම ගන්නකොට දැන් මම දැන් න්යාය කණ්ණාඩි බලනකොට දැන් මේ ඉස්සරහ ඉන්න කෙනෙක් ඔය යාය කණ්ණාඩි වලට පේනවන එක anti reflective වෙන්න පුළුවන්ද? වෙන්නේ නැහැ. ඔක පෙරහැර සත්‍ය එක මාළු පහම. කොළ පාට විතරයි පේන්නේ. ඔක්කොම කොළ පාට anti reflective නෙමෙයි. හරිද? anti reflective genuinely anti reflective නම් මොනවද වෙනවනේ? you put in a dark background එක තියලා මෙහෙම බලනකොට කිසිම reflection පේන්නේ නැහැ. anti reflective නම් හරිනවා ඔයා මොනවද? if you put a මොනවද? greenless කණ්ණාඩි දැම්මොත් lens පේන්න බෑ. reflection වල වෙන්නේ නැත්නම් lens පේන්න විදියක් නැහැ. ඔයා කන්නඩි දාලා තියනවා කියන එක ආම් එකෙන් ටෙම්පල් එකකින් විතර පේනවා. එහෙම වෙනවා නම් අන්න ඕක anti reflective lens. genuinely anti. ඒක නිසා තමයි ඔය branded genuine anti reflective lens ගණන් වෙන්නේ ඒක නිසා. මිසල් is a very good anti reflective lens. ඒ කියන්නේ ඒක anti reflective coating එක. මිසල් කියන්නේ lens නේද? ඒක is a coating. the car size ලා කරන්නේ coating. genuinely good. ඒ කියන්නේ ඒක ගාන charge කරලා විතර නෙමෙයි. really they are coatings are very good. නමුත් ඔයගොල්ලෝ සමහරලාට චයිනීස් ඒවත් හොඳට තියෙනවා. නමුත් ඒක තේරුම් ගන්න කොහොමද? මොන හරි ඩාර්ක් බෑග්ග්‍රවුන්ඩ් එකේ මෙහෙම තියෙනකොට මේකේ රිෆ්ලෙක්ට් වෙනවා නම් බලනකොට හරිද? එතන ඉමේජස් පේනවා නම් that is not a good coating. Remember that fact. Right? And that you are doing a wrong thing because actually the patient problem is not solved. And coating එක සමහරවිට ලංකාවේ වලත් කරනවා. අපි China will gain coating කරපු එක මෙහෙ ගෙනලා යාගේ පිටිපස්සේ පැත්තේ හොරුනවා මොනවද කරන්නේ? පාවිච්චි ජෙනරේට් කරනවා නේ? බ්ලැන්කට් ගේනකොට දෙපැත්තම coating තියෙනවා. මෙහෙ ගෙනාවට පස්සේ මොනවද වෙන්නේ? අපි සර්විසිං කරනවා. සර්විස් කරාට පස්සේ මොනවද වෙන්නේ? බෑක් සයිඩ් එකේ coating එක මොනවද වෙන්නේ? යනවා. හරිද? දැන් දෙපැත්තම coating නැත්නම් also okay. එක පැත්තේ coating තිබිලා එක පැත්තේ coating නැති වුණොත් මොනවද? problem will be more. The one side coating lens දෙන්න ඕනේ නෑ. Either one side coating lens will create more problem. Either
the grinding lens is so much fun.
both side coating करना पड़ा नहीं. Scissors लग करना ये उसका करना मेरे को कोडिंग करने का कितने में आता दे टाइम
कोडिंग करना है
अंडर 45 तब आगे लेंस का नॉन कोटेड लेंस का ड्राइविंग करला एसीएलएस वाला तुम रुपया तुम ना कर एक कोडिंग करला देना विशाल कोडिंग करला देना तरह विशाल होते हैं वह अनकोटेड लेंस वाला ड्राइविंग कराना ऐसे विशाल क्या ना मतलब कोडिंग करला देना है करम विशाल करला देना what market देना कोडिंग को टेबल कर देना 3000 विशाल बैंक ये मान कथा करा एसीएलएस का स्टील लेंस है स्टील अभी बिकुना करते 75000 ये बैंक एगोलो करा मना होया ते कंपटीशन करा मना करा 6 months at 0.5 to medical prescription change हुनो 100% no मिले रिप्लेस कर दे होया दुना प्रेस्क्रिप्शन का माइनस होएगा इलाका से 4.75 बना के उनको माइनस 6 months पास से या इनको नो मिले देना लेंस ये वाला साइज है 1.67 साइज लेंस है तो 1 year at crack हुनो लेंस का लेंस 1 year 6 months में 1 year crack हुनो पेशेंट हाथी से तक मिला हैमरिंग दहा लगे ना हो तो मना देना रिप्लेस कर दे कोटिंग क्योर 1 year they will replace साइज ला 1 year कोटिंग 1 year they will replace then एसीएलएस ला संहार वाटो से रिप्लेस कर नहीं कराने मंग इनके सारे मैं आपके ट्यूमाल मारता था अब बेसो नहीं मैं वाटो से मैं कराने तो रिप्लेस करा राइट so itu hal itu memang itu lab gया itu टेस्ट करो एवरेशन टेस्ट करो डॉक्टर itu सैंपल से लेते हो हम सारे में इस बात दिया प्लेन से हेल्थ से आपको एक सैंपल लगेगा ना एक चेक करला बनाना एक कंसिस्टेंटली दिनों लगेगा बनाना ये सैंपल के ये वाला ने इंडिया बैंगलोर है राइट इस बीसी पहा प्लेन से का हेल्थ वाला पास बीसी हैविंग लेंस से चेक कराना एक कंसिस्टेंटली मेंटेन करना होगा तो इनके साथ में बोल रहे हैं एसीएलएस लाके लैब पे क्या नॉन क्या रेगुलर वेलकम करन और 16 लाके लैब पे क्या नॉन एएमसी लाके लैब पे लांगा के लैब पे क्या नॉन सो लैब सॉल्ट गीला बलानो लेंस का ड्राइंग वेनी कोमद कोलिंग वेनी कोमद आजा एजे फीडिंग वेनी कोमद नहीं राइट सो बिकॉज़ මේක අපි දැනගෙන ඉන්නවා. සායකලොත් එක්ක රිලේෂන්ෂිප් ඩෙවලොප් වෙනවා. හදිසියට කන්නඩි හදන්න උනොත් කක්කල මොනවාද මට මේක හදිසියට පොඩ්ඩක් කරලා දෙන්න. ඒක කරලා දෙන්න පුළුවන්. right? So relationship nothing but then you cannot do. And the sketch proof killer है, stress resistance है. और एसीएलएस लाके सफारी के लाके करती है. देखा stress वेने का प्रोडक्ट हार्ड कोटिंग वाली कट ड्रॉप कर. उसे दे. प्रूफ नहीं, प्रूफ कराना है. प्रूफ करने बातें यूज कराना है. Right? So those things are there. So then what happens? Now you have to understand hard coating. Right? So long fly 90% lens mara diyani uncoated. Ilanga yanno ne part ekada mara hard coating. Uncoated lens sampurnama deneka tanan karla yanno ne mara hard coating program. What the kind of idea? No clarity value no lens ke pavati ne pramane value no. Right? तो हेमोपैथी में मॉडल राइट तो मे बी लाउट बनता है डॉक्टर मालरावन ला ये बोलो दैट मे बी लाउट हम वो बोलो डॉक्यूमेंट शेयर करना मे बी लाउट एक स्टैंडर्ड्स डेवलप करा पार्लियामेंट बिल लेके आते लोग में गया ना नहीं बहुत लेकिन साथ में हम कह रहे हैं उसका हेमोपैथी और ऑप्टोमेट्री इज लाइक स्टैंडर्ड में वो फुमा देन अपी कराना पड़ता है देन सर्जन तक and that becomes fast and may government put then we make it, may like Vijay Moni, assistant, make a deputy prime kind of health minister. They are really medical fellows. Lani, they done make a PD buses, make a another medical field like an ethical minister which medical field like a medical field like a process. Right, and they can understand. Area. Right, against that is there. So then what happens? Durability good, scratch resistance when on. How is that? Eka voting AR, how is that performance when on? Taking one of the impact absorption when on. Tintability, tintable thing, non-tintable thing, coating eka that you have to match. And fog when pramane manade na adu. Uncoated to the coated manade, fogging when pramane manade adu. Right, so we have to move जब मेवा हर कोटिंग कराना था वो कोटिंग सा यूवी कोटिंग देखो मैं बीदी कराना बोला and coating system का हर right so you can do a hybrid coating you can do a over coatings right so coating कराने एक एक क्रम याक्ति ना and then what happens mainly मना देने निकान CR39 लेंस से गत्तो तो एक ही मनाद कराना 8% रिफ्लेक्शन करना इंडेक्स वैडी वेना मना दे रिफ्लेक्शन तावता वैडी वेना ऐसे हाई इंडेक्स लेंस कावदावत AR coating ना तो देना होता नहीं right so if it is normal CR39 lens करता हूँ 8% reflection तीना polycarbonate 11% reflection तीना high index 1.67 12.5% reflection तीना ultra high index का 1.74 है कि 14.5% reflection करना ये reflect ना हो यार पहली फील नहीं right लेकिन सा index if it is index high वेना you have to do what you have to do AR coating right now actually करतो AR coating वहाँ कराने का it's better. People can make it affordable. AR coating is not a new thing. अभी एमिंग सारे in the standards है improve कराने तरह बड़ा होता है. हर the reflection आडू कराना मनाते कराना you can do pencil fill, you can select the base curve different way. हर the right and you can do a right so face mold and you can use AR coating lenses right and you can reduce the size of the lens. पुल अंदर size देगा I why size है क्या मना दिखाना है कोड़ी तरह का रिफ्लेक्शन लेने प्रमाण आडू है so you they may ask reflection आडू कराने मना दिखाने लाख thickness आडू कराने मना दिखाने लाख right so clarity कराने मना दिखाने लाख so that time you have to answer right so MVP level 3 fellows so already SSS are select pela sini and tomorrow not कराने the SSS बात कथा करी ना how the knowledge कराने तो आप हिसाब कमाड़ा एक बार तंग ऑफिस दानी नती के ने कुनाना मना देने तंग माम दानी नता माम डेट एक दिलन जी ने माम जुटे मांगे ना एक बार करके तो माम कम मांग के ना एक बार रेडी गला दी बना एक ऐसा मैं कैंसिल करा फिर क्या बोला फिर because we know each other I like you have a communication कराना बुला कंप्लीट right so एक ऐसा मना लेने ओको लगे तंग next week कराना बुला लेने You do. Then we do it. Let's take exam. और एक exam भी बार कर लूँ तो. नहीं done. January. So exam भी बार कर ला करूँ. कर दे. And same time. Now you guys also. तो वो लोग NPP पता हम ना. तो कोलो पार्ट सुध पार्ट पता हम ना. So I have to tell that's good. Give you now. तो वो लोग NPP का आवश्यक है मना दे. Prescription. वो लोग करा. Measurement, ogolo kara. Lens, ogolo kara. Frame, ogolo kara. Make it like NBQ double. NBQ retinal scope, ophthalmic scope, clinical disease, मेवा वो आप खुद बनने. लेकिन क्या है आप ये first year program में के 30% तमाम NBQ करो. हाँ सर. क्या है first year program में के पचरा 30%. 1/3 तो हमारे. 2/3 के ने ogolo आप पीछे भी लेकर develop करना उसमें हाथ पे. हाँ सर. Right. So this is what happens. मैं प्रेस बैंक वो लोग ने हारी ना कारफो टिकटिंग बैंक एनबीक्यू कराना पूरा क्या ना बैंक वो लोग मॉडल ले टिका ये बात now then January we have to finish your this semester and next semester अभी start कराना वाला है optics चलें start कराना दे रहा right so your 6 months is finishing from what January then after that yeah मैं Lisa, how many months left? And after that, 6 months left. Now you have 7 months left, right? So within 7 months, you have to now over 100% focus on what focus on testing. May mass at the I can 2020 sala retinal scope होने retinal scope होने ophthalmic scope होने ना कि विसा करना इतना होने को retinal scope नहीं ophthalmic scope होने करना हम जो देंगे ना विसा है ना ऐसा होगा नहीं एक विसा और कौन सा मैं साइक्लोपेसिक रिफ्रैक्शन को लागू कर लेता अब ये पहले तक बना दिखा खतरा पास देंगे ऑप्शनल ड्रॉप दे बने है ना द साइक्लोपेसिक रिफ्रैक्शन बोला ठीक से बना देने Practice कराना. किया ना कोई भी. पिछा फिर कोई नहीं किया है कि मैं ये लाग. ताकि बच्चे कराना. मैं हिट ही रहता. मैं हिट. Right. So practice. And then now you have to focus on testing part एक focus लेना. Right. वो बात पे हासिल करना है काटी रख दे जाएंगे. और भी कर ना. और भी अपना उन्हें क्या बना था खाने लगा पास करना उधर का मामूला करा. Right. So कराना and next 4 months after 3 to 4 months after बनाने. Now that whenever you can receive the customer, select the frame, select the lens, take the measurement, send to the lab. Lab के आने एक आप deliver कराना. ये दफा क्या ना कान क्या मैं फोन कर रहा हूँ सुशांति का एक कराना. And next point testing that सुशांति का कौन सा रिटर्न को readers and other tests, other 19 tests. 5 steps you guys have done. 5 steps, then readers to upload 7 this thing, then you upload it and those things you have done. And then if you know that, you can work with any surgeon, any optometrist. Right? So then you know what to do. Then after that, we see after your this thing. So now we have this stuff. I have the before now. Jai Deva, right? At the press conference again, Anathira. Me, how long? You walk around. Okay, how the thing? Oh. Why this elemental